Hi guys, welcome back to Podcast. So for today's video, I will be reviewing not one, but three models at once. So as you can see here, we got the packaging itself and you could read it yourself. It is a Sparky models. It is 1/64 scale. And well, as you notice from the packaging, it is from the 24 hour of Duman lineup or race cars. And yeah, I think I'm just going to turn this around and then you'll see the models. So what we got here is the Porsche 917 in the iconic Gulf livery, and it is all in the same team, in the same race, in the same year that was raced back in 1970, and each of this model has their own iconic livery of the Gulf livery, but has their own stylings. Like you could see it yourself. They each got their own style of livery. And before that, I want to talk about more about the model itself individually. So the first one is the number 20. So this is the Porsche 917 number 20, and it is the 24 hour of Le Mans 1970. And then the next one is the Porsche 917K number 21, 24 hour of Le Mans 1970. And then the third one and the last one is the Porsche 1917K number 22, 24 hour of Le Mans 1970. So these three models are on the same race, on the same year. And right now, I'm just going to open all this, the packaging, and then we're gonna take a closer look of the model and see the details. Right. So the first one I got here is the Porsche 917K 24 hour of Le Mans 1970 in this number 20 race cars. And the Gulf livery is pretty much the standard Gulf livery, which the orange going across the body on the top and then on the side skirts. So it's pretty much a very classic livery of the Gulf livery. And then as a standard like the Sparky models base. So what we got here is the name of the model, Porsche 1917K 24 hour of Le Mans 1970. And then the other side, we got the name of the driver. So it is B. Redman and G. Sievert that drove this car back in the 1970 Le Mans race. So yeah, it's pretty thoughtful that Sparky also put the name of the driver on the base, so it is very informative. Anyway, I'm going to take a closer look at the details of this model. So from the first, on the front one, we got the standard plastic insert headlights with this kind of black lining on the outer, which may not be really neat to see. That you could see it's not really neat, but you can see the details inside the headlights. We got the kind of bulbs right here, the two bulbs inside, and also this number 20 has the green air intakes or grills. Meanwhile, the other models, I think they all have the black grills, and only the number 20 that has this green one. And we also got this NECA duct painted in black in both sides right here, and also the number 20 on the hood right here. We got the panel line of the hood, which is really nice. And then moving on to the side, we got the tires itself, the wheels. Well, this is what I think the problem is with this Sparky 917 models. I kind of feel that the wheels itself, it kind of feels a little bit too big for the models. So you could see that the models, it sits very high from the ground. Like the 917 Porsche should be lower than this one. So it is unfortunately like kind of ruins the overall look of the car. And I hope that maybe they could fix it in the future releases. They could like make the wheel smaller so it could be better. Yeah, anyway, about the quality and the finishing, like most of other Sparky models, I don't really find them really like having a neat build quality, because as you see right here, we got another paint chip right here. It is from the factory. I've never touched or I've never opened the model itself. And then we got this black line that was not very like very neat. And then what else? We got another like paint, I mean decal crack right here. You could see the line that's cracking, and also a bubble under the decals. So Sparky is not really great with the quality, but they have some unique models, so that's their selling point. Meanwhile, for the quality, I don't really recommend you guys for buying Sparky because of their quality, because as you see right here, the quality is not really that great. So yeah. And then moving on to the rear wheels, it kind of have a smaller size wheels than the front, but has a thicker tires. And moving on to the top, we got another details right here. The striping goes through the models onto the back, and we got the fan right here for the engine, because Porsche 917 is a mid rear engine. So this is the turbo fan for the engine. And then if you looked inside the interior, we got a red seat for the drivers and the passenger, although it's not really a passenger side because it is very small. And we got the black interior, and then we got the wiper that was molded into the plastics of the windshield. And then what else? So like I said before, Sparky is not really good with the quality. So if you notice here, we got some paint bubbles also on this area. And if you see that the decals that they were using, it is really thick, that you could see the layer in here, where they put the number on the back. You could see the layer. And moving on to the back side, we got another sponsor right here. We got the Firestone for the tires, and Bosch and the Gulf Porsche. So for details on the back, nothing too much really see here, because we only could see the taillights right here, which is a painted taillights, and it is very understandable because it is very small. So they maybe couldn't do a plastic headlight taillights on the back. And then we got these two giant exhaust pipes alongside with the details for the engine. But if I open the model, I take it off from the base and look underneath here, I think I could say that it is a very detailed one for a Sparky. And then you could even see a spare wheels underneath the body, so which is really nice. This is a spare wheels that was used on this model. And then we got to see this kind of strut bar, or the frame that was using for the rear side of the car. And I think it's really details and detailed engine side from the bottom, and also the tire threads. I think it's really cool to see, because it is a very kind of like a classic or a historical tire threads that were they using. And you see that the tire threads is very small, and it is the same one as the front, so which is really nice to put a tire threads right like that instead of just using a slick tires. And yeah, that's it about that's about it about the number 20 Porsche 917. And we're moving on with the number 21 and the number 22. It is basically the same cars, the same models, but they only differs in the livery artwork or livery design and the number of the race car. So I mean, I'm just going to like giving you a close-up about the last two models, but I'm not going to talk about the details itself because it is pretty much the same. So here we go. think that's the end of this video. I've shown you all of the details of these three models of the Porsche 917K by Sparky64, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And well, I see you guys on the next video. Bye.